I don't know. That's just who I am. I'm a fear-based person. My whole life is based off fear of failing, fear of succeeding, because succeed may lead to failure in another direction or in a higher participant of that direction. And but I know how to control my fear. My fear doesn't dominate me. You know, I have a relationship with my fear.
And you're going to put him to the test November 15th.
Absolutely, yeah.
How are you feeling about that upcoming fight?
I'm looking very much forward to it, and I put in the work, so I'm not really worried about anything. I put in the work. It's nothing else I can say. I put in the work.
You looking, me and Henry combined ain't like you right now. You tight again.
230.
230. Is that the biggest you've ever? Well,
yeah, my
in training
fight weight, yeah, around 230. But my body's changed a little bit. My mass, I got more mass. You know, I'm working out. You just put on weight, you put on fat, and you turn that fat into muscle, and so you become heavier. Different date, same fate. I'm gonna knock out Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson once again warned Jake Paul to step backward if he wants to stay alive. Otherwise, November 15th, 2024 will be the last day of Jake Paul.
He's one of the guys that paved the way for me to be where I'm at. You know, he's a legendary champion. And the only thing I have to say about Mike Tyson is everyone is always trying to judge Mike Tyson. He lived his life the way he wanted to live his life. No one can say what they would have done if they were in his shoes.
Professional boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. admires Mike Tyson as a legendary champion who paved the way for future fighters. He said Tyson lived life on his own terms, facing unique struggles, and suggests that people shouldn't judge Tyson's choices without understanding his experiences. It's a reminder to respect Tyson's legacy without quick judgment.
Think would win between them?
It's hard to say, but you know, it's risky for Mike Tyson.
Really? Why?
Sure. Yeah, because he's 57 and 58, I don't know, and boxing is it's not a joke.
It's no joke.
But you know, I get it. I get it. Why they do this? It's a business.
Yeah.
They're gonna fight with 18 ounces.
I really hope he doesn't knock Mike Tyson out.
To me,
I'll just be real bummed out to see Mike get KO'd
right,
at 58 years
at
old.
60, basically. Like, what other sport would we let a 58-year-old man compete other than golf?
Right.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we letting this happen?
It's kind of crazy. You know, I think he's like any other young up-and-coming boxer. It's just everybody dismisses him because he's a YouTuber.
For sure. It's easy to dismiss him, but I was there when he knocked out Tyron, and I was like, man, I'm done with this kid. I never wanted to corner another fight in my life, man. I was like, yo, he just knocked my boy flat out on his face, man. I was heartbroken.
Bro, he has power. It's real power.
And that's why, like, everybody's talking about this Mike Tyson thing. I was like, man, they should not be letting this thing happen.
There's no way he'd get demolished.
What gives you the right to call out one of the greatest of all time, who's currently the best boxer in the world, when you've not yet proven yourself as a boxer that can win those type of fights?
3 years ago, when I was calling out Nate Diaz and all of these big names, Anderson Silva, all of these people, and they said, you don't have the right to call them out. And then I manifested it, got the skill in the gym, got to their level and above, and then beat them. It's literally just, I'm repeating the playbook now. I'm predicting what's going to happen 3 more years from now.
So I'm
going to get to his skill level and beat him. And I have a weight advantage, a size advantage, a height advantage, a reach advantage. And he's super skilled. I just went 10 rounds.
What do you think would be a harder fight for you right now, Mike Tyson or Jake Paul? In a hypothetical scenario, who do you think would be tougher for you?
I think if you put them together in the ring with me, maybe it's gonna.
Maybe both together.
Maybe it's gonna be a little complicated.
His last fight, I was there ringside, you know, in Puerto Rico, because we had the convention, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, man, this dude can punch with that right hand. I'm like, man, he ain't just no regular.
Something changed.
Yeah, like when you see it firsthand, like he ain't fighting no killer, but for him, it's stepping stones just like any other fighter.
Yep.
Like a lot of people want Jake Paul to just go in there and fight Alexander Usyk, you know, but no, you got to work your way up, and that's what he's
perfectly capable of knocking him out.
He is perfectly capable. If he zigs when he should have zagged, if Mike can close the distance in a way that he doesn't expect, and Mike also has layers upon layers of attacks that are in his mind. He's forgotten more about boxing than Jake Paul has ever remembered.
Yeah. It's just how quickly can it happen, because how much gas is a guy
also,
like that going to have?
How does he feel now? He might have been excited when he said he wanted to do it, but how does he feel now? You got months and months and months of this.
I just want to see something other than those mitts.
Does he dismiss does he wish he didn't say yes to it? He's a monster. Look, at the end of the day, Mike Tyson's a monster, and if he can get that monster to just move in and close the distance, and if he uncorks a boom boom on Jake Paul and watch Jake Paul go into Queer Street, that will be wild. To watch a 58-year-old Mike, that would be best case scenario for the world.
I agree.
For sure.
Worst case
best
scenario is
yeah.
someone gets hurt.
Yeah, best case scenario for the world is that he knocks Jake Paul out.
Yeah, best case scenario is Jake Paul realizes immediately he's in there with Mike Tyson.
I do have more skills than Mike Tyson, as far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than like at a lower weight class always have more skills. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys. So let's just take that out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson, for sure. It's just facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills than Mike Tyson. I just hold that puncher power just as like Mike Tyson did when he was fighting. You know, so. And I'm gonna stand on my words.
You really, really need to stop. I hope you don't think that you're ready for some guy like you. Ain't that crazy, are you?
I am beyond.
Please don't tell me that.
I am beyond ready. In all fucking seriousness,
Jay,
I beat.
I mean, you can't sit up there and say I'm not happy with anything because I'm saying get in with a real boxer, but in the same breath, I'm like, you ain't ready for a world champion. But I mean, that's not an insult. I'm not insulting you. I'm not saying you'll never be ready for him, but you don't go from fighting UFC fighters to...
But I'm beating world champions in sparring.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Jake Paul, I mean, as of right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be bad.
Have you been impressed?
But one thing I like about him, one thing I do like about him, he's selling it. He's selling it. And he's making good money, and he's entertaining. I like it. As long as he continues to fight MMA guys and YouTubers, he's gonna continue to look good and shine. But once he fights a real fighter, a real fighter that can really fight, it's not gonna be that.
Jake Paul boxing?
Yes.
I think that answer will shock a lot of people.
Well, what did you ask him in the right way?
No.
Not like is he actively boxing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, did you just answer an objective question?
He's boxing. You know, at first I was against it, and I was just like, man, this dude, because I've been following y'all with the backyard, you know, boxing gloves and stuff like that. So when people was coming at you and your brother negative about boxing, I'm like, man, yeah, them dudes just, you know, using their YouTube status to come in boxing and make all this money, and you got all these boxers that's been doing it their whole life that doesn't even make close to what they making. I said, I think it's disrespectful to us in the game, you know, but after watching them and seeing the seriousness that he's taking to actually train and like put the focus and attention into sports, I'm like, yeah, man, this dude really getting better. Like, he really can fight.
Jake Paul has got to condition himself for the actual sentence, I'm going to fight Mike Tyson, right? Because you disarm yourself when you say that. If you said it to yourself in the mirror and you were like, yo, I'm Mike Tyson, you instantly become a skinny, starving kid, just mentality-wise, right? And then you train and you get ready, but who are you getting ready to fight against?
Mike Tyson.
So every time you say...
Many boxing analysts are warning Jake Paul he needs to mentally prepare carefully if he's going to fight Mike Tyson, as he is continuously saying, I'm going to fight Mike Tyson, repeatedly can psychologically weaken him. making him feel like a starving kid against a legend instead. The advice is to simply say he's preparing for a fight without mentioning Tyson's name to avoid intimidating himself. This mindset shift can help Jake stay confident and focused during training.
Tyson's mind has switched over into war. Like, he was doing this interview. Someone said to him, "You look like you're in your 20s. Like, what are you doing?" He goes, "I just eat raw meat."
What are you eating? Raw meat. I'm gonna have to eat it now because my opponent's gonna be raw meat.
I was like, Jesus Christ, he's in this mode. He's in savage mode. If I was Jake Paul right now, I would be my pants.
Oh, bro, if I'm fighting this guy and I see he's eating raw meat, I call the off.
It's all the experiences that he has had as a conqueror. When a man has smashed.
The highly anticipated upcoming boxing match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is in debate everywhere. Meanwhile, American podcaster Joe Rogan also advised Jake Paul that he needs to mentally prepare for fighting a legendary figure like Tyson, who at 57 still has impressive speed and power. He also marks the importance of not showing fear in the ring by referencing Evander Holyfield's approach when facing Tyson. Tyson remains a formidable opponent, making this match highly anticipated.
Mocked me when I was saying that before, but now I think people are coming around. And the way I look at it, I say, if this kid was not a YouTuber, if he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fight. He knows how to fight. Like, nothing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well.
Joe Rogan called Jake Paul a legitimate boxer. Despite initial mistrust, he pointed out that if Paul wasn't a former YouTuber and had simply been seen knocking out fighters, people would recognize his skills more readily. He also admired Paul fights well and has shown the ability to defeat experienced athletes, including former UFC champions.
And if he was just an up-and-coming boxer that was this exciting, like highly promotable, like really good at selling fights, he'd be like, this kid's the future. Mm-hmm. He's really something special. And the fact that he's willing to fight Tyson, even if Tyson's 57, just the fact that he's willing to actually take a chance at Mike Tyson not being able to do what he used to.
Rogan also admires Paul's choice and willingness to face Mike Tyson, even at Tyson's age of 57, highlighting that this willingness to take risks shows confidence. However, Rogan acknowledged the younger Tyson would be a much tougher opponent, referencing Tyson's impressive early career, particularly his fight against Marvis Frazier. Joe Rogan believes that Paul's boxing skills and willingness to challenge legends are commendable.
What happens when I put this man to sleep? This a joke. He's saying that it's going to be my funeral. He's saying it's going to be my wake. He's going to kill Jake Paul, all of these things. And that's why I love Mike, I respect him, but we're not friends anymore. Until November 15th, I'm knocking this out, and we're going to see who's dead. We will see who's dead.
Jake Paul confidently addresses the upcoming fight with Mike Tyson, downplaying Tyson's harsh comments about the match, although Jake respects Tyson but asserts that their friendship is on hold until after the fight. Jake is determined to prove himself, having a strong desire to knock out Tyson and suggesting a dramatic confrontation. His language reflects the competitive atmosphere leading up to the match, highlighting the high stakes and tension involved. The upcoming match between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is generating excitement worldwide. Tyson's dedication to training and Paul's confidence create a thrilling clash of experience and youthful ambition that will make this fight one that fans can't wait to see.
He's in his prime, he's fat.
I'm not fat.
He's super lean and mean, he's fat and funky.
He's heavyweight.
He's fat. I don't know if he's in his prime, he's fat. He's super lean and mean, he's fat and funky.
I saw him with his shirt off the other day. He's fat.
After Mike Tyson hilariously called Jake Paul fat, and Funky Jake replied "Tyin" while eating KFC and said he is not fat while calling Jake overweight, and Fat Tyson again warned Jake Paul he is not strong and is in a condition to fight him, but Tyson believes he is confident in his own fitness and readiness for the fight, contrasting it with the perceived lack of preparation of their opponent.
They're not real fighters, they're exciting fighters. I don't want to fight them, man.
Okay. It would be a big knockout, though.
I know, but I fight real fighters. I fight fighters that hurt, big, strong, scary.
Mike Tyson reveals he always prefers to face genuinely tough opponents rather than seeking easy knockouts. They acknowledge that while a big knockout might be thrilling, their focus is on fighting real fighters. Those who are strong and intimidating, this highlights their desire to compete at a high level and face formidable challenges in the ring. The highly anticipated showdown between the two fighters is scheduled for Friday, November 15th in Arlington, Texas, at the iconic Atant Stadium, where up to 990,000 passionate fans are expected to witness the action. This clash promises to be a monumental event, as Iron Mike Tyson steps back into the ring for the first time since his professional loss to Kevin McBride in 2005. Tyson's most recent bout was an exhibition match against fellow boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. in 2-0-1-2-0, but this upcoming fight marks his return to the spotlight.
Good, man, for a guy he's just doing it, and this is good, and he's doing so much good for boxing. Listen, this guy got 70 million people following him every time he fights.
Right, yeah.
The champions in the world don't have that many people following them. So what he's doing to boxing is just sensational. No one should be hating on that. They should just care. Let's just fight him. He's helping everybody get money.
So
why are people mad at him?
So that's something you might be interested in.
If everything's possible, yeah. But it gotta happen this year. Gotta happen this year.
And then if you beat him, will you beat other YouTubers? Will you go after, I don't know, like Mr. Beast or,
It's a big possibility I might be the YouTube champion.
You might be the YouTube champion?
I'm gonna create a YouTube championship and perhaps
that's a great idea.
Get all the YouTubers to get, plus myself, and we all fight each other.
I like that. I like that idea a lot. Well, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming. Always a pleasure. Thank you for being our spelling bee. Tyson 2.0. His products are out now, and Mike's podcast is called Hot Boxing.
Keeping the rivalry side, Mike Tyson admires Jake Paul's skills. Tyson recognizes Paul's dedication to the sport and his ability to compete at a high level, highlighting the respect that can exist even amidst competition. Tyson respects Paul as a legitimate fighter who has worked hard to hone his craft.
I started Jake off and I'm gonna finish him. Just come to the fight and you'll see. Day 3, you still wanna with me?
Tyson in his prime, where he was terrifying. He was so fast, and he would do angles, and he was bobbing and weaving. You couldn't.
Day 4, no, it was okay. But you know what you got to still do. You got to face the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fight.
The fight is not just about the rivalry, it's also a clash of generations and styles. Tyson's seasoned expertise will be pitted against Paul's youthful tenacity, and modern boxing strategies fans are eagerly anticipating what promises to be an unforgettable night of boxing. Meanwhile, this clash of styles and background sets the stage for a fight that could unfold in numerous ways. Tyson's power and strategic mindset may clash with Paul's modern training techniques and confidence, leading to unpredictable outcomes.
What do you think about Mike Tyson in the Jake Paul fight? I know you're gonna be there. It's in the Ag town, Arlington, right there. I know you're gonna be there in Jerry Sweet, you know.
Say, man, and my nigga Shannon Briggs and Rampage trying to get on that card. They supposed to be fighting each other.
Okay.
So if that happened, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna walk him out. I'm gonna walk Shannon Briggs out if him and Rampage fight each other on the undercard.
Okay. All right.
But if my nigga Champ ain't on the undercard, Mike Tyson and that prepped up white boy. That white boy ain't.
In a conversation about the upcoming fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, there's a clear excitement surrounding the event. Boxing analysts mentioned their anticipation for the fight and their plans to attend, potentially supporting Shannon Briggs, who might be fighting Rampage Jackson on the Undercard Pros show. Confidence in Tyson's abilities while downplaying Jake Paul, calling him a prepped-up white boy. But they believe Jake lacks toughness. This shows the mixed feelings about Paul's credibility as a boxer compared to Tyson's legendary status.
So sad that Mike Tyson has got to do this fight. This is what I wrote on Instagram, and someone commented saying he doesn't have to do it, he's choosing to do it. And then I thought, you know, you're right, he is choosing to do it, but why is he choosing to do it? Well, he's doing it for one reason and one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson can get bought, because this guy is an absolute legend. He shouldn't be able to get...
British former professional boxer Tony Jeff expressed a deep concern for Mike Tyson's decision to take part in a high-profile fight at 57 years old. The initial post suggests sadness over Tyson needing to fight, but Tony points out that it's his choice. However, the underlying question remains, why would a legend like Tyson choose to fight at this stage in his life? The answer seems to be Finn Gain, as he's reportedly being paid a significant amount for the fight. This leads to a discussion about the implications of being bought for a match, especially for someone of Tyson's stature. Tony criticized Tyson, saying that at his age, he should be enjoying retirement rather than risking his health for money.
57 years old, he needs to be enjoying retirement. Now, I don't think that I've got the wealth that Mike Tyson's got, but if someone offered me $20 million to fight Jake Paul, I would say no, because I care too much about my brain health, about my children, about my family, where it seems like he is being bored, and I'm not trying to disrespect the man. I absolutely love the man. It's just so bloody...
Tony Jeff further criticized that this fight should not happen, stating they would turn down a substantial financial offer to protect their well-being and family. This perspective highlights a broader concern about the pressure on athletes, especially icons like Tyson, to engage in fights for financial reasons, even when it may not be in their best interest. It's a sad reflection on the complexity of fame, health, and financial necessity in the world of boxing.
Yeah, if Tyson wants to get in the ring, I'm down, and he does. So here we are. He's one of the baddest men on the planet, and you know, if he wants that opportunity and that smoke, he's the one who is like, let's make this a pro fight. I'm gonna end you, and I'm ready for it, and I'm excited for it, and he's a beast.
It's
very
amazing.
Dangerous.
August, I'm back.
Jake Paul expressed his eagerness to face Mike Tyson and called Tyson is one of the toughest fighters ever. He acknowledges Tyson's willingness to turn their match into a professional fight and appreciates Tyson's confidence and determination. Paul conveys his readiness for the challenge as he has recognized the danger Tyson presents, while also expressing excitement for the showdown.
What kind of mindset do you take into this fight?
Bad intentions.
When you look at Jake Paul, and I don't know as much about Jake Paul as I know about you. Everybody's very familiar with the Mike Tyson story. Do you think he's a legitimate boxer?
Well, he can fight, yeah, for boxers his level.
Tyson said he would enter the ring with bad intentions. This sets a fierce tone for his upcoming bout. When fighters mention stepping into the ring with a purpose like this, it typically signals a more aggressive, focused approach. But he further said, Jake Paul is a good fighter, and he has the ability to fight me. That's why he has chosen Jake Paul. He has mentioned that Jake Paul has the skill and ability to be a worthy opponent. It's a surprising endorsement from Tyson's side in a bizarre twist. YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul has been tipped by a cow to triumph over Mike Tyson in their upcoming heavyweight bout, with the controversial clash just over 2 weeks away. Both Paul and Tyson are deep into their final training preparations. British heavyweight Joe Joyce seems to be backing Tyson as he exclaimed, "Let's go." Mike Paul also responded to the video that displays Tyson training with weights, commenting a fair play. "Mike, you look incredible, Hulk, but I'm still you up in 20 days." Tyson, who hasn't fought professionally since his 2005 defeat to Kevin McBride, did step back into the ring 4 years ago for an exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr. Meanwhile, Paul, who is 31 years younger than Tyson, has been consistently active since his debut 4 years ago.
Fear is like fire. If not controlled, it could burn down everything around you. But if used properly, it can fuel you to reach your highest potential. My mentor, Customato, told me the only thing that separates the hero from being a coward is what the hero does that makes him the hero, and what the coward doesn't do that makes him the coward. They both have fear, but with this fear, something is ignited in the hero. When fear challenges you, what will you do?
Well, clearly they don't have a high IQ in here, but that's a federal crime, Brian. Mike, there are a number of people who also say Mike Tyson is risking serious injury against a powerful 27-year-old who is in his prime.
Mike Tyson stated, "I started Jake off and I'm going to finish him." He believes his confidence and determination to bring this fight full circle. Tyson seems to see himself as a mentor turned challenger, hinting at his role in inspiring or influencing Jake's entry into the boxing world. Now with the match set, Tyson appears ready to show Jake his true capabilities, expressing a personal stake in the fight that adds an edge of intensity to their rivalry. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's showdown promises to be a clash of intensity and skill, with Tyson's latest message adding fuel to the fire. But do you think Jake Paul has what it takes to handle a legendary fighter like Mike Tyson in the ring? Why or why not? Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay in the ring with us.